Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's session. Today, we're going to be looking at money, reserves, and flow. And as with these quality sessions, I have your notes here, what you submitted for this session. We're just going to go and let the system see where we need to go. So, we're going to be using muscle checking. So, this is my on response and this is my off response. And this is what we're going to use to direct what will bring more coherence. So for everyone in this group to achieve this shift, is it best to begin with resonance repatterning? It is. So we're going to go to the resonance repatterning mandala. If I can find it, I seem to have put it in its place. There we go. So here is our mandala. So we're going to see what we need from here for today. So will the most coherence be achieved through an orientation at this time? Is it an intention? Is it problems into opportunities? Is it a repatterning? So we're going to go to the repatterning section, which is this color. And there are 100 repatterings to choose from. So let me see what we need. So for this group, is it best to start with something from primary patterns, unconscious patterns, chakra patterns, 5-element meridian patterns, inner cultivation through the 12 meridians? Is it principles of relationship, energetics of relationship? Is it new vision? Is it living in tune? And is it living in tune with your light, with your heart, with your life? Okay. So that is this book right here, Living in Tune with Your Life. And all of these books are available on Amazon if any of you would like to get them. These Living in Tune books actually are really great because they have so much information in them. So they're really worth having a look through if you're interested in resonance repatterning. So let's see what we need. There are 9 repatternings in this book. So is it repatterning 1 through 5? It's 6. It's 7. It's 8. It's 8. 8 is resonant weight repatterning. I suppose that is connected to reserves in a way. So it's kind of interesting that that's where we're going. And let's see what we need from here. So is there anything we need to read from the introduction before we begin? There isn't. So let's see what the first question is. We need to read the story. Okay, we're going to go and read the story. These repatternings have a lot of stories connected with them, and then they pretty much ask, what does this mean for you? So let's see. So what our weight tells us. Ray Castellino works with newborn babies and their parents to release the trauma associated with the birth process. Ray talks about our birth process and the impact it has on every aspect of our life and relationships. He shares how we are always telling our stories, not necessarily with words, but in our actions and movements, and even in the shape of our face. For example, Ray looked at the face of a friend of mine, a person he had never met previously, and immediately commented that he had had a breached birth. Newborn babies and infants tell their story by reenacting their birth process through movement. For example, one infant Ray was working with shared his story by repetitively tripping and falling down each time he got up to leave his mother. After a few repetitions, Ray and the adopted parents realized that this tripping represented when the infant was taken away from his biological mother and was put up for adoption. The mother lovingly communicated to the infant the truth about his adoption, and the child continued to tell his true birth story in his play, but free of tripping. Weight may be the place where we trip. We want that particular story to be heard, to be understood. Something happened when we were infants or even in the womb that is not clear to us. Our weight issue is telling a story about some unresolved pain. And we need to hear a truth that wasn't communicated to us at that earlier time so we can understand what happened. Okay. So the question is, what does this story mean for you in terms of your weight issue? So given that most of you have not submitted anything related to a weight issue, because that wasn't the question, we're looking at flow. We're going to look at it from that perspective. And is that accurate? Yes. So we're not really looking at weight here. We're looking at flow and money and reserves. So the one thing that was so we have two statements here that are relevant. I struggle sharing my resources with others and nothing flows. So I'm just going to take a note here. Resonant weight patterning. So in terms of A, so nothing flows. Coming into this world is difficult and a struggle, unsafe, scary. Is it another adjective to describe it? No. And I can't connect to life, to others. Something else is needed. No, this is it. Okay, so this is general. So please say, and when you repeat this, get in touch with your body and see where you're feeling the tension from the statement. Where is it held in your body? Coming into this world is difficult. And I can't connect to others. Checking resonance for the group. That is on. All right. So we need the story. So if your weight had a voice, what story would it share? Or if your issues with flow, money, and reserves had a voice, what would it share? We need a different statement. Yes, we do need another statement. I kind of answered this in the first question. So there's something additional that's needed. I can't be certain. I'm not supported. I hoard. I can't trust. There is not enough energy, money. There are not enough reserves. For me to cope. So to thrive, to cope. So I block the flow of reserves, of money, of energy, in the hope of building my reserves. Something else is needed. This is it. So this is general. So we're blocking the flow. right? And if there's no flow, then it's very hard to have money or energy or reserves. Um, so please say there's not enough reserves for me to cope. So I block the flow of energy in the hope of building my reserves. Checking resonance for the group. Block the flow of energy in the hope of building my reserves. Checking resonance for the group. All right, so what do we need next? Is a truth we need to hear, a negative mental attitude. There is a feeling. Yes, we do need a feeling associated with this. And you've submitted some feelings, so I'm going to look at those. I feel oppressed, sad, and resentful. So another feeling needs to be listed. All of these are primary, and this is optimally phrased, and this is general. It's not. This is specific. That means it's not held in a general field, sort of everywhere in our energy field, but in one particular area of the field. So is it a particular age, a particular level, a particular area? So is it a chakra, a meridian, the eyes, the brain, the glands, the systems? Look at the list of systems. There are 13. It's 1 through 5, 6 through 10. It's 6, it's 7, it's 8, it's 9. 9 is the muscular, it's the fascia. All right? Another system is involved. Another specific muscle check is involved. No. So specific to our fascia, that's where we're checking resonance. Please say, I feel oppressed, sad, and resentful. Checking resonance for the group specific to the fascia, that is on. Okay, so then do we need a negative action that we do? Yes. So what negative action do you do that keeps you stuck in weight issues? We're not doing weight here, so everywhere where it says weight, we're going to be doing money and flow and reserves issues. So what negative action keeps you stuck there? So I don't share my resources. I cling to my resources, reserves, resources. Something else. No, this is it. And this is general. Please say, I cling to my resources. Checking resonance for the group, that is on. All right, next question is, your issue around money and flow is asking you to let go of something. What do you imagine you need to let go of that is stopping you from going forward to live with an optimal resonant amount of money, flow, reserves, all those things? So I let go of, is it clinging to resources? No. Of blocking the flow, of not sharing, past pain, past trauma, early experience? No. Feel free to have any share in the group if you have any ideas in the chat. But I will keep checking in with the field, see what comes. Holding on, blocking the flow. Worry, anxiety, is it an emotion? No. Belief. Not spending. Is it to do with money? Is it to do with reserves? Is it to do with flow? Okay, so there's something that's blocking the flow. So I let go of limiting beliefs, fears, negative mental attitudes. No. Doubting, blocking, undermining, inhibiting the flow of energy, of resources, of money. My flow, the flow. We need to be specific, more specific than that. This is it. Optimally phrased, it's general, it's specific to a level, to an age, to an area. It's from the chakras, the meridians, the eyes, the brain, the glands, the system. Oh, excuse me, vertebrae, body areas, neurotransmitters, senses, subtle levels. It's the X factor. The X factor. Excuse me. So the X factor is basically something that we didn't list because there always has to be an option that's open-ended. Because we're using a coherence muscle check, so we're checking for what will bring most coherence. So if we don't have it be an open-ended list, we will find something within that list that will bring most coherence. But that means that we are limiting the field. It might be something that we haven't even thought about. And so that's why we always have this open-ended lists in resonance repatterning. They're not finite, they're not limited, they're unlimited. So we're looking at the X factor. It's something that we didn't mention so far. So please say, I let go of inhibiting the flow. Checking the X factor, that's off. All right, now we're going on to big C and this repatterning. Let's see what big C has. This is the unresolved fight-flight response. So what early experience did you have when you felt threatened and you couldn't protect yourself by fighting or running away? That is the question. So I can't move away or handle. And is it these early experiences that we've listed here? No. Okay. Is it abuse? Is it attack? Being attacked? Yes. We need to be more specific. And now I continue to avoid the threat I feel by, and we need to name the negative actions that we've already identified, clinging to my resources. This is general, it is. So please say, I can't move away or handle being attacked. And now I continue to avoid the threat I feel by clinging to my resources. Checking resonance for the group. That's off. That's off for not being able to move away. So we expect that to be on, or it wouldn't have come up for this session to be cleared. So we can check umbilically. We're going to put the fingers of our left hand together in front of the belly button. And we just say same statement. And then checking resonance, that is on. So umbilically it is on. That means it's on a deep unconscious level. Consciously we've let that go, but unconsciously we're still holding on to that pattern. So there's a feeling involved here. I try to avoid feeling. And is it one of the feelings that came up before? Yes, it's oppressed, it's sad, it's resentful. It's oppressed, sad, resentful. Okay, is it one of the feelings that came up before? It's not. Okay. Take a sip of water, just make sure. The muscle check is working. Muscles need water to function properly, and so do nerves. Right. So I try to avoid feeling petrified, terrified, afraid. Something else? No. By clinging to my resources. This is general. It is. So please say, I try to avoid feeling afraid by clinging to my resources. Checking resonance for the group. That's off. Checking umbilically. It is on. All right, we're looking at now, there's a list of the outcome. So it's number 1, number 2, number 3. I have no one in my life to communicate the truth with me, so I can let go. And we're going to put what was in BF, so of inhibiting the flow and work towards my. Do we need the, okay, so the sentence here is optimal resonant weight. So do we need to complete this sentence? No. It's just, we need to stop at inhibiting the flow. This is general. So please say, I have no one in my life to communicate the truth with me, so I can let go of inhibiting the flow. Checking resonance for the group, that is on. All right, so we're looking at the early experience now. No, we need anything from the early experience? No, so we're going to skip that. So we need the conflict, yes. So the question is there any conflict in your life where you are not living and acting on what you truly want for yourself, or where you feel out of alignment with your life purpose? What is that conflict? So it's come up, so there must be. I am in conflict with myself because I worry, I'm conscious. Is there emotion? No. Lack of trust. I don't spend. I don't use my reserves to fulfill my dreams, my purpose, my ambitions, my needs. To fulfill is the right word. What I want? No. Myself. My desires? My destiny? My purpose? Intuition? Myself. What I want. It's another word that's similar to purpose or destiny. It's a word that's similar to needs or wants. It's a word that's similar to my role. To fulfill my roles, we're going to make it plural because we each have different roles that we obviously, and we need to list more. And my conflict expresses itself in lack of flow. Something else is needed. Is this optimally phrased? Is this general? It's not. It's specific to a level, to an age. So it's prenatal. It's at birth. It's 0 through 5, 6 through 10, through 15. It's 11. It's 12. Age 12, kind of significant. It's kind of the age when we hit puberty, generally speaking. So age 12, there's another age, there's an area, there's a level. So this specific to age 12, please say, I'm in conflict with myself because I don't use my reserves to fulfill my roles. And my conflict expresses itself in lack of flow. Checking age 12 for the group, that is on. All right, we need something from the 5 elements. So remember, these are the 5 elements of the 5-element tradition in Chinese acupuncture. So wood element is involved. No. Fire element is involved. Earth element is involved. So the earth element is the nurturing element. It's what gives us, it's the mother, right? That mothering energy of nurturing, distributing the reserves to where they're needed, all that kind of stuff. So we're looking at earth and we're going, the first question is, what are you not, where are you not expressing your needs? What do you need in that situation? So where are we not expressing our needs? So is it in relation to money, to reserves, to flow? It's something else. Okay. Is it filling roles? No. Is it where we're not expressing it? What do we need? Okay, so think of the situation and come up with what the need is. So I have security, protection, safety, abundance, something else. No. I have, it's I have, I am, I have. This is general. So please say I have safety and abundance. Checking resonance for the group. That's off. Okay. So there's a non-coherent earth quality. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3. I don't feel cared for. And I eat food. We need this part as a substitute for nurturance. Is this general? It is. So please say I don't feel cared for. And I eat food as a substitute for nurturance. Checking resonance for the group. That is on. So there is a non-coherence involved. Oh, sorry, there's a coherence needed. Yes, it's 1, it's 2. This is the one that's needed in its general. So please say, I eat when I'm hungry. Checking resonance for the group. That is off. All right. Something else is needed for any of these lists. Do we need anything from metal or from water? Nothing from those two. We need the archetypes. Yes. We need to hear anything from the summary of the archetypes. I think these archetypes are pretty straightforward. So there's something needed from the innocent child, from the helper, from the wanderer, from the warrior, From the wise one, yes. So we need the wise one. And what is needed here? Little a, little b, little c, little d, little e. This is a coherent quality. So let's see what coherent quality is needed. There are 39 options. So there's more than one quality. No, it's one primary. It's 1 through 5, through 10, through 15, through 20, it's 16, it's 17. 17 is, I am receptive to grace. And this is general, it's specific to an age, to a level. It's physical, emotional, mental, spirit level. Spirit level denotes something that's kind of become an area of deep resignation, of like, this is never going to happen. So that's kind of interesting. So there's another specific muscle check. So please say, I am receptive to grace. Checking resonance on the spirit level. That's off. F is needed. Something else from E. No. Anything else from the wise one archetype? Anything from the oxygen and carbon dioxide thing? Cold showers, actions? No. We need the energizing option at this time. We need to go somewhere else to another repatterning from primary, unconscious, chakra, 5 element, inner cultivation this time. Oh, there goes my light. It's temperamental. Decides it's had enough sometimes. Needs a rest. All right. So are we going to an earth element meridian? We're not. It's fire, it's water, it's wood, it's metal. So we're looking at the lung meridian. We're looking at the large intestine. Well, we need to let go of some of, so that makes total sense, doesn't it? The large intestine meridian is the meridian responsible for letting go of what is no longer needed. And also holding on to what we do need, right? Because there's that large intestine. So is it the short repatterning, the long repatterning? Dogs in the neighborhood are quite vocal at the moment, so I apologize if you can hear them. A is needed, yes. So basically what's holding you back, or what are you holding on to that's coming in the way of being happy and fulfilled in the present? So I let go of. And is it the same thing? It's something else. So is it something that you submitted in your notes? Okay. Struggling to share resources, nothing flowing, blocking flow in some way. Only spending on the necessities of life. Being pressured to earn money. Is it these negative beliefs? Is it believing things? No. The opposite of any of these statements? No. Is it the emotion? Not having enough money. Something else? This is it. I let go of not having enough money. That's interesting. We need resources, reserves, flow. No, it's just money. And we need energy as well. No, this is general. So please say, I let go of not having enough money. Checking resonance for the group. That's off. All right. So then we need to open the space for something. If we're going to let go of this, what is your purpose? It says, I open the space to live my, is it my purpose? My life with serenity, joy, reserves, abundance, abundance, and there is more, yes. Flowing, something about flowing, something about money, something about reserves, something about emotions here. Live my life with abundance, easily, okay. Build and manage my reserves. Utilities, spending money, no, and having everything flow free of not having enough money. Do we need the other one as well? And inhibiting the flow. This is general. Is it optimally phrased? And is this, we said it's general, so something else is needed. So please say, I open the space to live my life with abundance. To easily build and manage my reserves. And to have everything flow. Free of not having enough money and inhibiting the flow. Checking resonance for the group, that's off. All right. The early experience is needed. Need any part of the early experience here? No, we need the large intestine non-coherent quality. It's 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11. It's the first part, this part. I am a pack rat, saving everything, things I'll never use. This is the other part as well? No, this is it, and this is general. So please say, I'm a pack rat, saving things I'll never use. Checking resonance for the group, that is on. Something else needed from the non-coherence, or something needed from the coherence. It's 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 6, 7. I see what is of value in others and appreciate their true worth. This is general, specific to an age, to a level. It's physical, mental, emotional, spirit level. There's an area involved. Okay, so please say, I see what is of value in others and appreciate true worth. Checking resonance for the group. That's off. On the spirit level. Sorry. Yeah, that was on the spirit level. It's still off. All right. There's another coherent quality needed. We're ready to shift this energy now. We need to go somewhere else, to another repatterning from primary, unconscious, chakra, 5 element, inner cultivation, principles, energetics, vision, living in tune with your light, with your heart this time. That's the green book. There are 8 repatternings here. It's 1 through 5, it's 6, it's 7, it's 8. This is a joy-filled heart repatterning. Ooh, that sounds lovely. All right, we need to identify a problem. No, we're working on the same problem, but we do need some of the principles here. So there's something that we need to share about this repattern before we begin. No. So this principle number one is needed. Principle number two is needed. Number three. Number four. So this is the principle that says that's freedom from blame and punishment. So we need to hear about this principle. Yes. Okay, I'm going to write principle number four, freedom from blame and punishment. So let me go read about this principle. All right. One of the extraordinary qualities of the Yacana Indians in the Venezuelan jungle is that they don't blame anyone for anything. They trust that others don't want to hurt them, and if they do hurt them, it is understood to be an accident, the equivalent of accidentally being hit by the branch of a tree. One day, a 9-year-old came to Jean Layloff for help. He had a serious wound in his abdomen. When she asked him what had caused it, he calmly responded, "An arrow." Jean then asked, "Whose arrow?" The boy calmly named his older brother, with about as much emotion as if I had asked him the name of a flower, Jean writes. The child had no sense of blame or upset. Other boys, along with the older brother, stopped to watch as Jean dressed the wound. There was no guilt about what the older brother had done, or fear of punishment, or grief and anger in the younger child about what had happened. When the child's mother came and was told what had happened, she said softly, "Really? It was simply an accident." Her child was taken care of, and she felt left to continue her daily tasks. If they need to correct a behavior, they do so, but with no sense of criticism of the person or judgment of that they are bad. They simply let the child know what he or she needs to be doing. So the question here is, what did you learn about from this principle? I let go of criticism, blame, and punishment. And I live my life free of upset. Something else is needed. This is it. Because I guess when we criticize and we blame somebody for something that just happened, we assume that they did it on purpose instead of assuming it was an accident. I mean, that's basically what it's saying here. Just assume it was an accident. If it's an accident, you don't get angry, you don't get upset, right? So then you can live your life free of being upset, which is a good life to live. It's a lot easier to be happy when you feel that everything's an accident and nobody intends to harm you. So this is a general muscle check. So please say, I let go of criticism, blame, and punishment, and I live my life free of upset. Checking resonance for the group. That's off. Something is needed from B. So non-coherence involved with blaming someone, blaming of ourselves, being blamed by someone else. Yes, okay. So I accept that we need to say a particular person, no, that others made a mistake, the mistake of blaming me for what I did It's a particular situation. No. We need to include for. No. We can just remove that bit. And I regain my peace of mind. And this is general? Yes. Please say, I accept that others made the mistake of blaming me. And I regain my peace of mind. Checking resonance for the group. That is on. Checking umbilically. It is off. Something from C is needed. So this is a list. It's 1 through 5. It's 6. What actions do you want to do in relation to being free of blame, criticism, and punishment? So even though others may blame and criticize, I choose to let go of blame, to assume, to be different, to live my life free of blame, to let go, blame, criticism, these non-coherent behaviors. To let go is accurate. Because the things we made lame before, no. Judgment of judging. Being upset by this, being affected by this, reacting. Something else? No, this is it. And this is general, it's optimally phrased. Please say, even though others may blame and criticize, I choose to let go of reacting. Checking resonance for the group, that's off. Because sometimes it feels very hurtful when other people blame us, especially if it's something that actually was an accident. Because if you think about it, most of the time when we hurt someone else, it is an accident. We didn't mean to hurt them. We just didn't realize that they would take it that way, or that what we did would be hurtful to them. And so then they blame us, or and then we go on the defensive because we didn't, that's us reacting instead of taking a breath, calming down, and responding with love, with an apology, with I didn't mean to do that, I'm so sorry it hurt you, right? So we need a thing from principle 5 and a thing from principle 6, principle 7, principle 8, principle 9. Anything else from this repatterning? Okay, are we ready to shift this energy right now? So are we going to the Spiral Up book for this? Are we going back to the Inner Cultivation book? Are we finding something in this book? So is it color your glasses? We need any kind of energy contact. We need a visualization. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to talk you through this visualization. This is going to be our Spiral Up. So please close your eyes. Relax and slow your breathing down. Breathe gently and slowly in and out through your nose. I will talk you through the following visualization to create new neural pathways in your body brain for limitless possibilities. See what you most want. A life where you are cared for, a life of abundance, to easily build and manage your reserves, to have everything in life flow. And feel the serenity that comes with that. Feel the grace. See yourself lovingly held by your ideal mother from the moment of your birth and for at least the first 8 months of your life. See yourself being carried on her back or her hip, enjoying the variety of life through her movements and her daily activities. Feel the safety and security of being in contact with her, your ideal mother, who is always loving, always supportive, always listening, always meeting your needs. Feel the excitement of life as you share her busy life from where she holds you on her hip or her back. Hear her heartbeat at night when you sleep with her, held close, nursing whenever you need to. Experience all your needs being effectively and effortlessly met. And see yourself at about 8 months after you have received all that you need without having to do anything except express your happiness, your contentment, and your peace of mind. Feel your natural impulse to separate from your mother. It is your choice. You are ready to start moving out to explore your world, separate from your mother, but always seeing that she is present in your life. See yourself going out, venturing forth into the world, and returning to your mother whenever you want to, so that you know she's available for you whenever you need her. See yourself needing to return to your mother less and less. Often, as you enjoy exploring and learning, gaining confidence and self-resilience, and playing and learning from others, see yourself needing to return less and less often as you learn and interact with others, younger and older, as well as children of your age, as well as other adults. Trust that you can return to your ideal mother for reassurance, for love and acceptance, and help whenever you need her. Feel how you are free to discharge your own excess energy through your activities and movements, crawling, bouncing, playing, dancing, swinging, running, skipping, working at what you love to do. See yourself being sure of yourself. You are sure of yourself. You are accustomed to well-being, and you bring this well-being to every part of your life. Happiness is the normal condition of being alive, and you bring happiness to your life, your play, your work, and all your relationships. You know joy. You live with joy. And when you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes and look around you with new eyes. It's complete. Okay, that is complete. Now we're going to take a sip of water. And we are going to go back and confirm that this has shifted. So we're going to repeat all the statements and see if they feel different in your body as you repeat them. Please say, coming into this world is difficult and I can't connect to others. Taking resonance for the group, that's off. There is not enough reserves for me to cope. So I block the flow of energy in the hope of building my reserves. Checking resonance, that is off. I feel oppressed, sad, and resentful. This is specific to the fascia. Checking for the group, that's off. Please say, I cling to my resources. Checking resonance, that's off. I let go of inhibiting the flow. Checking the X factor, that is now on. I can't move away or handle being attacked. And now I continue to avoid the threat I feel by clinging to my resources. And this is umbilical, fingers in front of your belly button. That is now off. And this one is also umbilical, so you can leave your fingers there. Please say, I try to avoid feeling afraid by clinging to my resources. Taking umbilically, that's off. I have no one in my life to communicate the truth with me, so I can let go of inhibiting the flow. Checking for the group, that's off. I'm in conflict with myself because I don't use my reserves to fulfill my roles, and my conflict expresses itself in lack of flow. Checking H12, that's off now. I have safety and abundance. Checking resonance, that's on. I don't feel cared for, and I eat food as a substitute for nurturance. Checking resonance for the group, that's off. I eat when I'm hungry. Checking for the group, that is on. This one's on subtle level, this is on the spirit level. Please say, I am receptive to grace. Checking the spirit level, that's on for the group now. Hooray, seems a big shift. I let go of not having enough money. Checking for the group, that is on. I open the space to live my life with abundance, to easily build and manage my reserves, and to have everything flow, free of not having enough money and inhibiting the flow. Checking for group, that is now on. Hooray. I am a pack rat, saving things I'll never use. Checking for the group. That's off. I see what is of value in others and appreciate their true worth. Checking the spirit level. That is also on. Good. Shifted. Last few statements. Here we go. I let go of criticism, blame, and punishment. And I live my life free of upset. Checking for the group. That's on. Okay, this one's umbilical. Fingers in front of the belly button. I accept that others made the mistake of blaming me. And I regain my peace of mind. Checking umbilically. That's now on. And last statement. Even though others may blame and criticize, I choose to let go of reacting. Checking for the group. That is now on. Okay, so everything has shifted. There's something else that's needed at this time. Is this session complete? This session is complete. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I hope that you have a fantastic week, and I hope to see you in our next group session, which is working the liver meridian, which is known as the general of the army in the Chinese five-element tradition. It holds the larger vision for your life. So if you have difficulty seeing the future, where you're going, it's a great session for you. So that would be on the 20th of January. And then we also have the Scalar Heart Circle, where we will be working on flexibility and strength. So if you have issues there, you might want to join us for that. That's on the 28th of January. And then the next quality session is on intimacy and sexuality, which will be on the 10th of February. So I hope to see you in one of those or all of those sessions. Thank you for joining me today. Take care. Bye-bye.